big stack of lunar boxes behind us. Okay. Happy Wednesday to the people. It is I, Bobby, Mr. Hollywood, as some may know me, back again to record a YouTube video for the people. Now, as you may have surmised, based off the title of this video, it is in fact the store's 5-year anniversary, and I have a special guest for today's episode. None other than the owner of 204 Comics, Ashley himself. Ash, welcome to the show. How was your vacation?
It's pretty good.
You folks at home may have noticed we did not record a video last week. So, I had people in the store while you guys were away telling me, Bobby, where's the video? And I'm like,
what do you mean? What do you mean you can't just whip a video up? You know,
I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off for the whole week. It was bananas. So this week, we've kind of done an announcement on our Facebook. If you guys are, looking at that ever, about how we're going to be running a little anniversary sale this coming weekend. We'll talk about that a little bit more at the end of the video here, but I thought it would be fun just to ask you a little bit of a questions. I'll put my best Sean Evans of Hot Ones hat on today, Ash.
You're not going to make me eat the wings though, right?
No, that's for another time.
Okay. My stomach is still recovering from all that food we had
from the lunch
in Arizona there. So
fair enough. Well, that would be a fun episode though. Hot Ones with Ashley and Bobby. I like it. Anyhow, so here is some questions that maybe the people might enjoy. First and foremost, Ash, if you can hearken back in your mind to when we opened the shop, when you opened the shop, did you think you'd make it to the 5-year mark?
I don't know. Like, it's tough to put a timeline on it. Like, obviously, you hope it goes into perpetuity, as it were.
Sure.
You know,
you hope it stays running for as long as possible.
Yeah, saying. But I mean, like, to be told, like, when I opened the shop, I mean, I didn't know the first thing about running a business.
It has changed quite a lot over the years.
Yeah, you're telling me. Nah, man, it was just take a chance, see what happens. Really, I wish that I had a cooler way to put that, but it was an educated guess. And man, here we are, 5 years.
5 years, wild. Baby.
Wild.
Maybe a little bit of an oddball question. What would you say is the strangest thing someone has brought to the store to try to sell you? Because we do, people ask, hey, do you have old comics? I have old comics. I want to sell them, blah, blah, blah. What's the weirdest thing that maybe wasn't a comic? Sure.
So, I mean, like, there's been, like, some pretty zany stuff. But, I mean, like, with collections, we've had some cool stuff come in. Like, you remember that, like, 1901 atlas that we had? Like the map of the world, encyclopedia thing we had come in?
Yeah, that was cool.
That was wild. There was a guy that came in with I still have it actually, which is super cool. He had an original Diary of a Madman, Ozzy Osbourne tour.
Oh yeah, the
booklet, the booklet that you would get at the concert and have like the promo photos and stuff.
Some cool stuff for sure.
Oh man,
there's been a lot of weird kind of a
lot of weird stuff. We have been dude, I don't need this.
Someone just brought in a bunch of Billboard magazines the other day, and that's just weird stuff we don't really deal in, but. As part of a collection, it's part of a collection.
I'd say nearly 1,000 NES and SNES cartridges has got to be right up there.
Yeah, true, but that's something I like. So
no, but I mean, as far as people think it's stuff we see. Man, there's been some crazy stuff for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe going back to when you had opened the store. Now that you're 5 years into the journey here. If you could go back to day one, what is maybe some advice you would give yourself along the way?
Sure.
And or something that maybe it's a good advice for someone who's thinking about starting their own store wherever they're at. What would you tell yourself? What's one thing you could change, or one piece of advice you'd give yourself?
don't try to become good at speculating on stuff. I feel like the more
The crystal ball is always murky,
the
man.
crystal ball's always murky. Stuff you think is going to pop off, and you order 250 of them to get the ratios, and then you end up selling 30 of them, and then you still find boxes of stuff 5 years later. You probably know where I'm going with this. No, just let it happen. Be organic about it. Half the reason why some of this stuff pops off is because it didn't get ordered adequately. When you try to force it or gamble on it, you can get bit in the butt for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As we've come to see, there are a few events that when Ashley was opening the store, we don't really talk about because they're kind of swear words around here now.
Swear books.
Swear books,
Yes.
indeed, yes.
Yeah. I'll be using Heroes Reborn as toilet paper probably till I'm in the
Till
old
you're
folks
in the
home.
old folks home, yeah.
Yeah.
Or what was that? War of the Bounty Hunters.
Oh, the War of the
Yeah,
Bounty
we don't
Hunter
talk about
stuff.
that.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yep.
moving on, Ash.
Sure.
Is there a day that you can remember as maybe being the most chaotic day that you've ever worked at the shop? Or is there a funny standout memory that you'd like to share with the folks at home? Either or.
Man,
There's been some pretty chaotic days here, that's for dang sure, but also some pretty funny ones too.
all the chaotic ones though are just they're chaotic for all the right reasons.
Yeah, like throwing a big sale or something like that.
Like our first couple of free comic book days.
Yeah, those are
When the
those
store
are
the
nutty.
store is like literally like Costco on Boxing Day busy.
Yeah.
Man,
Do you have a funny memory for the people that doesn't involve hitting me in the groin with a box by accident?
man,
Not off the dome?
not off the dome. Yeah, like if you can't tell, we tried to keep. Bobby didn't tell me.
I
these
didn't tell
questions.
him what
But
I
now
had
some
prepared.
of these I'm wishing I would have.
No, it's okay.
Funny memories.
I mean, there's been some, like, honestly, I think for
Been lots.
some of the best memories that we have at the store are probably just from like doing events. Like there's a school nearby every year.
Oh yeah.
They
Yeah.
do a thing where one of the teachers at the school does a comic book based a unit in his class where
Yeah.
he has them make comic books, and those kids have asked us some pretty funny questions.
yeah.
Most recently, one of them had asked. She came in and she said, "Excuse me, how come the girls on the comic books don't like wearing clothes very much?"
Yeah.
So that's
Yes, that was-
that's pretty
Yeah.
funny stuff
Yeah.
to.
And what did you tell? I don't think I'm qualified. To
Yeah, I
answer
said,
that or
I'm
something like
not. I said you're gonna have to ask your teacher about
Yeah.
that one. I'm not
Yeah.
qualified.
Yeah.
So, it's certainly kind of interesting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Always something at the store. Here's a good one, Ash.
Okay.
Do you remember the first comic book that you sold out of the store? Because as we've touched on in the video that we recorded about the origin story of the store, you were selling out of your garage and stuff.
Yep.
But do you remember what transaction number one was? What the comic was?
I don't remember. I don't know that it was Taz. Shout out to our friend Taz.
Mm-hmm.
Taz was the first customer at the shop. First transaction. You made that more
No,
awkward,
no, it's fine.
First transaction, but to tell you what he bought.
Was that not when he bought a graded book, Avengers?
Yeah, it was. Was it Avengers? No,
that might have been after.
Yeah.
because Mike was here when he bought the Avengers.
Yeah, that was a little while later.
Mm-hmm.
No,
You have no idea.
To tell you what the first transaction
Tough one.
consisted of, no. Like I said, I know who it was,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, don't think
Okay.
I can tell you what he bought.
So
Actually, that's not true. That's not true at all. I just had the.
hold on. Coming to us live from not live, I guess from the back of the room here.
So he bought this, and then had it graded for us, and then gave it back to us
As a
a
gift.
few years later.
Jerry Lewis 97.
Jerry Lewis number 97. He
And a
just thought it,
6.5.
yeah, he just thought it was a fun cover, and I remember
That's the book. That's the first book.
that's the first book he bought, first transaction, and then yeah, he gifted it back to us.
I'll be honest, I did not know that was here at all.
Oh no, that's like that's why I remembered, because I'm like, no, I keep it here as like a keepsake thing. Good luck. It's good luck.
That's what I'm talking. It's
Yeah.
like some people have the Buddha statue or
We
the
got one of
lucky
those
cat.
too from him.
Lucky cat,
Yeah.
maybe, you know, the arm that moves down. Oh, you can't see my arm.
Oh,
But yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, how about this one?
Okay.
5 years into the journey here, Ashley,
Mm-hmm.
what brings you the most excitement on a given day coming to work, besides working with me and Erica?
Like on any given day you're talking, or just like
Any
what,
given day, what are you most excited about coming in the shop?
I still like get goosebumps when I see someone bringing in like a stained, nasty looking old box.
Oh, yeah.
It's still just like I see them walking past the windows, and I just
Yeah.
like it's like
If you've not been to the store, our front of the store where we're always facing it pretty
Yeah.
much, there's these 4 big windows. We can see everyone walking up to the store. So someone walks past that holding a big old tub of books or something like that.
and there's like a 90% chance it's like, you know, 70s and 80s Archies or something like that.
Sure.
But it still hasn't tarnished me. I still get the like fear and loathing, like the cut of them partaking in you know some
Some extra
narcotics.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the you know the pupils dilate, and it's like
Yeah.
the excitement just
like
pops
a
off every time I see a box coming in. It could be anything in there.
Yeah, it's true. It is it's the unknown.
Yeah.
You know, the curiosity that
Sure.
gets you every
Well,
time.
I think that's a reminder for me too that I still got the love for it. You know, like
Yeah.
it's the passion is still there for the books themselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
On a personal level, I don't think you can.
Absolutely.
That's something you can't fake. I don't think.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
So, what would you say, thinking on the 5 years as a whole, is the thing that you are most proud of with regard to the store? And I mean, you got a lot
Sure.
to be proud of. I mean, having a 5-year-old company, a small business comic store in this economy, for starters,
Sure.
you know, right now is a lot.
I hate that term, but
No, but
I get
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean, right? It's not exactly easy to run a comic shop.
Sure. Something that
Employing both your wife and your best friend full time is
Sure.
a big deal.
yeah.
So,
Man, I still, I think the it's something that recurs often, but like seeing kids get their first comics.
Yeah.
Man, that's the fact that we can facilitate that.
yeah, absolutely, and it happens pretty often. You know,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like a dad will
Yeah.
bring his kids in or
Or
whatever.
like on Free Comic Book Day, you know, like it's
Yeah.
you know, we saw on the online that you guys were doing this, and so we figured to see if we can get them into comics, and it's like yeah, us being able to facilitate that. I don't know, and I mean our work with Ken with West Broadway Outreach, like getting you know, like
I haven't heard from him in a long.
underprivileged. They
Yeah.
typically come in on Comic Book Day,
Yeah.
getting them to you know, like underprivileged kids reading.
There's a lot.
Oh, dude, our work, like Katie with
The Children's Hospital. She was
Children's
just here
Hospital.
yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, anytime we can help with that kind of stuff, that's
That brings you. You feel a sense of pride over that.
tremendous pride.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking
Yep.
about. Let's maybe something a little more lighthearted or funny.
Sure.
If the store had a mascot, who or what would it be?
You.
You're not wrong. I think I might actually have inadvertently become Mr. Hollywood has become the store's mascot.
I mean, we joke about the sideshow Hulk statue being the store
yeah,
mascot, right?
that's a pretty big statue, man.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. We haven't really, well, we've mulled around the Tournament of Power,
sure.
the idea
Yeah.
of a fan of the show, a voting process essentially for who you think the Storm mascot should be, and like a March Madness style bracket. It sounds very complicated. We'll maybe figure it out. Maybe April, May or something
Logistics
like that.
got to be worked out. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, a last question here, Ash, because we're already 15 minutes in here. This was supposed to be a short one today. What's the goal for the next 5 years?
I mean, we're on a great path. Expand our online presence more.
Yeah. It'd be cool to have more space.
For sure.
We're
But I'm pretty set on us staying as geographically close as we are right now. So we're a little limited in that regard, but
yeah.
I mean, if the unit in our building where the counseling places happen to open up, or the Royal LePage office happen to open up,
Isn't there a vacancy right now somewhere?
Yeah, but it's
Upstairs or
no, next to the bookkeeping guy on the other side there.
oh, not ideal.
Well, and the parking would become even worse if you can imagine that.
Yeah, that's a whole other. This is getting into the weeds here.
But,
so expanding the online, you would say, is the number one.
Expanding the online, finding a bigger space it's definitely up there, but it's kind of a. I don't want to force the matter because it ends up just not being worthwhile.
Right, has to be the right price.
It has to make sense for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
On a number of levels. So
for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Last thing here.
Sure.
Maybe a little more of a self-indulgent question for you, Ash.
Okay.
And for the people who aren't super familiar with you,
okay.
What comic book character do you seem to love that no one else cares about?
I mean,
I know you're a big Moon Knight fan.
Big Moon Knight fan, yeah.
I would say people care about Moon Knight.
It's with the latest run, especially like the late with the Mark Spector Moon Knight. There's probably the most subscribers we've had on Moon Knight in a very long time, and maybe that's because I keep singing the praises. I don't know.
Yeah, you do talk about Moon Knight a lot.
I do. Character that doesn't get the love. Spectre.
Spectre.
When's the last time you had a Spectre comic?
Oh, he shows up in like events and stuff, but he's kind of a pretty big, like, he's too powerful, right?
Sure.
So I think he gets done.
Would you say he's comparable with like Sentry? Like he's like a DC version of Sentry?
I mean, no. Sentry's just a man.
Sure.
The Spectre is essentially.
Or
you have like
we could say Deadman too. I'd love to see
Deadman.
Deadman.
There's a new one coming out. I think Allred or someone's doing the art.
Oh, you're right. Yes, I did see that.
It looks
maybe
cool.
that's why
the
it was
art looks
fresh
great.
in my mind.
Yeah, the art looks good. That's a fun one for sure.
Yep.
Okay, well, that pretty much does it for the interview portion of our video here, Ash.
All right.
Last thing we should touch on is the 5-year anniversary sale. So if you are local to Winnipeg, you can come to the store.
If you're in Canada.
If you're in Canada, sorry to our international viewership. We do love you guys and appreciate it, but we don't ship across the border currently.
You'll have to make a pilgrimage.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. So the store is running the sale both online, if you're in Canada, and at retail this Saturday.
Saturday only.
Which is April the 4th.
Yep.
2026.
Yep.
If you're online, the sale starts 12:00:01.
Yeah, 12. Yeah,
1 second after midnight on Saturday Central Time. Okay, Central. Make sure you know it's Central.
Yes.
If you are coming into the shop, we're just doing regular hours on Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Saturday. So. We'd love to see you folks. What's the deal that we're doing, Ash?
30% off all back issues. So keys, graded books, all the bin stock. Dollar bins are 30% off, and then we have a further deal on dollar bins. Pack a long box with whatever you care to out of the dollar bins, obviously. $60, and we're going to include a long box with that brand new box. To pack full of comics for $60.
That's a spooky deal. That's a spicy one.
20 cents a comic.
You can't go wrong. Plus the cost of the long box.
That's what I'm saying.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
And those dollar bins, for the record, they have some really good stuff in there. It's not not just like
we top them up daily.
It's not all Arak.
Yeah.
And Warlord.
That being said, there's probably a great deal of Arak.
In there. But hey, the Arak readers will be eaten. they'll be eaten.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, Ash, appreciate you making the time for the video as always. I know you're a busy man.
Bobby, we appreciate you.
Well, we appreciate.
Bobby held down the shop for a week.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a mess, but it's still standing. And honestly, it wasn't even that bad. Saturday was steady, but we figured it out.
Yep.
But yeah, it's all good. It's all in fun, and we're not.
Buy some comics and try to read one.
I like it.
Yeah.
We'll see you folks next week, and hopefully you can stop by for the sale or shop online. Like we said, we have some really good stuff on our site. Our wall in the store right now will be on the website too, and there's some bangers on there. So
top tier stuff.
Check it out.
Yep.
Thanks so much, folks. See you next week.
See you guys.